Have criminals realized that the Christian institution is a criminal institution? Now they are using it to perpetuate their own criminal enterprise?
Church and state is a criminal enterprise where they're intertwined.
Now, President Unama million so I can understand that.
Yes. Now, what I'm saying is I'm not completely discarding church, because you see, I sat down and I look at two things that is so hard and difficult to take away from black people, which is religion and church. So therefore, we need to create an African religion for African people and an African church for African people
to accommodate this.
So I'm for that, and I will very soon open an African church. And we talk about the African God. And we talk about African religion. So you don't have to torment black people about going to hell, inheriting a sin that they got nothing to do with, and making them all these type of things to eat grass and chow nonsense. You understand? A church which is infused with Ubuntu, a church where the congregation and the pastor have mutual respect of one another. Right now things are getting outrageous. I saw some men, family men, line up on the floor with their women being beaten by belt by some pastor. Like you have a whole lot of perverts, like you were saying, that there are a whole lot of criminals who are coming out of jail and opening churches. You have a whole lot of perverts who are lining down black people and doing them all type of thing. The other one, he doesn't step on the ground. He was born walking on the ground and more time barefoot. He never had shoes. Now he's got these sharp-nosed shoes. Now he can't
walk on the ground.
He can't walk on the ground.
They must lift him up every time.
Look, these churches are doing to people what even Jesus never did to people in his time. Jesus walked on some dipalema or by the palm leaves,
palm trees.
Yes, and ride a donkey when he was feeling
these
like he needed to be
ride Bentleys and Maseratis.
Exactly.
This is pure madness.
Yeah, you see, once, and we need to give context to what we are saying now in terms of the African religion. Although Africans never had a religion before, but now we're living in the age of religion.
And
a human
people need to be organized into boxes.
Yeah, and human beings have a capacity to create religion out of anything, including soccer and politics.
True.
Yes.
The Church of Maradona is there.
Yes. Now, and then the idea of a church. We always run some black church in a smaller scale within Rastafari. But I'm talking about black church in a bigger scale, like what Dr. Khadebe is doing, what Prophet Mageja is doing. Those are the type of church that the Africans need to have. Something that teach them about them, that does not take them out of them. Something that enhance their Africanness, because we are Africans and we have to move from Christianity to Africanity. We're Africans, and the only time these things become madness is when we move out of ourselves to believe the most ridiculous things that if it was in our own space, we wouldn't believe them. And they will not even fit in with our idea of Ubuntu. So if we are going to have a religion, Ubuntu is the spirit of our culture, of the African culture, of the Bantu culture. So if we were to, and the philosophy, it is our worldview. Now, we need to have a religion and a church that is driven by the African worldview, not for the Africans. The white church is for the white people, the stuff they believe.
Granted.
They're consistent with whatever,
and
their
what
culture.
they believe, yeah.
And the China church must be for the Chinese, because these things are consistent with their nature, their beliefs, their values, and so forth. But now if you come here, but you are a Buddhist, while you are black, you are just touching on the outer or the exotic cut of it, that's it, dieting, but you are not into the soul and the heart of that. Hence, I'm saying there is a rise in that, and we're encouraging that there will be a rise into that African spirituality and African centeredness, because just like on the political level they talk about, we did get political freedom and then we need to get economic freedom.